How do people? Thank you for joining me for another beer review. What does that mean? It means it's Beer Monster o'clock. Bash. And today I'm reviewing another one on the Perfect Draft Pro this time, because I'm reviewing Theakston's Old Peculier. And I like to have that a bit warmer. Definitely don't want to be drinking that at 3 degrees, which is why I haven't reviewed it sooner. Now I've got the Pro. First, I tried it at 6 degrees during a live, and for me, it was lacking a bit of flavour. So I turned it up to 8 degrees, and I started preferring it. So I'm going to review it at 8 degrees. I mean, you could potentially even have it a bit warmer for me, but it does affect the head a little bit. It gives a bit more head when you sort of have it warmer, but it certainly brings out more flavour. So I guess, like, perhaps if you're not too keen on it, definitely play about with the temperature on this one and get it to your own personal preference. You know, we're all different. It's a 5.6% ABV dark ale. Won shitloads of awards and all that. It's been about for years. It's a very famous beverage. It worked out £2.49 a pint. They've got certain kegs on at the minute in the £2.49 for a pint deal. So it's £2.49 a pint. Not bad for, nice draft beer at home. And also going to be reviewing a bag of Takis. Takis Volcano. I think I've reviewed some Takis on the channel before with the kids. I've got to get Tyler in once I try these, just to get the perspective of a young lad, not just an old tit like me. Yeah. So we'll get back to them in a minute. And we'll have the beer first, shall we? I don't know whether the Takis are going to be a good match for the beer. It's just two for the price of one review-wise, isn't it, I suppose? Why not throw them in there? Let's get her poured out, shall we? Oh, let me know if you tried this one, guys. Out of a bottle, maybe you've had it in the pub, or perhaps you've got a perfect draft yourself. Let me know what your thoughts are. I've tried it out of a bottle. It's actually decent even out of a bottle. I think I've had it in a pub as well. Whoa, I've actually just finished the keg. Can you believe that? I must have got a bit more carried away than I realised on the live last night. It's pissing out. I'm still going to review it. There's enough to review, but it's definitely a bit of a lively one. The keg's just finished, so when the keg finishes, it does tend to splurt out a lot of foam, as you can see. It will settle down a bit. It's a lovely colour. It's kind of a mahogany brown sort of colour, that, for me. If you look, it's like brown, but there's just a little hints of like ruby in there. So that's why I've gone for mahogany. The head's a nice sort of tan sort of head for me. Really compact bubbles in there. It's definitely a nice looking beer. I don't think there's any question about that. It definitely looked nicer if it didn't have a massive head though. But you can't win them all, can you? I'm just appreciating the fact that there's just over half pint left here for me to review. I could have just pulled the handle and it died straight away. So I'm definitely glad I didn't have one more beer last night, actually. So otherwise I wouldn't have got to review it. Let's check out the aromas of Theakston's Old Peculier on my Perfect Draft Pro beer dispenser, if you're American. If you're not American, fucking beer machine, I suppose. It's the caramel malts, raisins, plums, dark fruit, sort of a general dark fruit vibe to it. Cherries, like black cherries. It smells rather appetizing, I must say. It does have a nice aroma to this beer. We're going in. I know we've still got a massive head on there. But who cares? It's going down the neck of beer all bloody day. Cheers, everybody. Bash. Oh, by the way, I've tweaked about the mic a little bit. I've got a new mic. It was a bit low on the last video. Let me know. Can you hear me a bit better this time? I messed about with a transmitter or whatever it's called. I sound like I know what I'm on about, don't I? I ain't got a fucking clue, really. But I sort of made it a bit louder. So let me know, is it too loud? I can still make it louder if it's still not quite loud enough. But yeah, give me your feedback, please, guys. And I'm going to shove this beer down me big fat cake hole. All right, first impressions of the Old Peculier. It's a classic. It's nice, easy drinking dark ale. I think this is so popular because it's not too leery. But even people that perhaps don't particularly like a dark ale, I think are going to enjoy this just for the smashability of it. Does that make sense? One criticism straight away is the body. I don't know why, but I seem to remember it being a bit more full-bodied. This is thin to medium at best for me. So the body's a little disappointing, but it has got a nice creaminess to it that does somewhat make up for the lack of body. 5.6%, it needs a bit more body like me. But yeah, it's pleasant. Initially, you're getting, I'd say, a medium level sweetness to the malts, medium level richness as well. Caramel malt is definitely a standout. There's a bit of roasted malt in there. There's lots of different fruity notes coming through. Like raisins, figs, cherries, that kind of thing, Definitely a liquishy taste as well for me, which I quite like. It's not full on, but there's an overall flavour. All these different fruits blended together reminds me a bit of a liquishy sort of thing. Definitely some cherry. Somebody said in my live the other day, it gives them Bakewell tart vibes. I mean, I am getting the cherry and a bit of sweetness, but I wouldn't go Bakewell tart personally. But I think, I can see where he's coming from, if that makes sense. But we all get different things from different beers. That's what makes it fun, isn't it? There's no right or wrong answer, really. You're just saying what you can bleed and taste, isn't you? For me, big licorice, big dark fruits, caramel. There's a slight nutty vibe to it as well, as a background flavour. It is a bit nutty. Finishes off with a light to medium bitterness, and it's a much needed bitterness for me because it cuts through some of the sweetness from the malts. It just finishes off the beer really nicely, and it's also bitterness is slightly dry and bitterness as well, which has kind of an addictive linger to it that makes you want to get back in there. I'm gutted that I've only got half a pint of it left. I mean, really enjoying it tonight, actually. Probably more than what I was last night. But so yeah, it's a good keg. But say the body it loses a mark for the body for me, a whole mark, because it is disappointing. So yeah, good lacing on the glass. I really don't know whether to give it the bell or not. I'm sort of like out of 100, it has to get a 9 or a 10. Or a 9 point something, or at least a 9 to get the bell. And I'm sort of, at the minute, sitting around the sort of 8.9, 8.8 out of 10 area. But the fact that I'm really wishing, or really gutted, that wasn't a full pint, I think I'm just going to give it a bell. Bash! And give it a 9 out of 10. It's nice to have a bit of variety on the Perfectdraft. There's not many, there's lots of lagers. There's not many dark ales and stuff like that. And it's nice to have that option. It's a good keg. It's a classic all-round beer. Give it a try if you're not done. Let's have a go at the Takis. Tyler, you come and try these? It says Takis Volcano. And we've got like some chilies and that on the front. So I'm guessing they're going to be hot. Quite pricey, these. £1.25 for one little bag. There's a look at your contents of the bag. Bloody bugger all in there. £1.25. What's the world coming to, Tyler? £1.25, eh? I've had these before and I've really liked them. I've had the Fuego flavour, they were very nice. There's a close-up look of your Taki. Don't look too bad, does it? Lots of seasoning on there. They're like kind of rolled up Doritos, I would describe it. I'm not a big fan of Doritos, but I prefer these. They've got a nice crunch to them. I think these are far superior to Doritos, personally. If you're not trying the Taki,
they're nacho cheese.
Are they nacho cheese? Like, they do taste cheesy.
Yeah, because look, the volcano with
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with cheese blocks. Look.
Yeah, they're cheesy and they're chili. Bit of
What do you
chili in
call
there.
cheese that's not yours?
Nacho cheese. Well, come here, boy. What are you tasting? I'm getting chili and cheese. Quite a strong cheesy taste with a subtle bit of chili. It's not. They're not like spicy, are they?
No.
I'd say I've got to give them a spice rating out of 10 of about a 4. They're quite mild, but it's a nice spicy taste. Tyler got a bag of the sweet chili ones. Sweet chili, jam and sweet chili, is it?
No, and
Dragon sweet chili. Now, been sweet chili, expecting them to be spicy, but they do get quite hot, them ones, don't they? But these are the mildest ones I've tried. So, perhaps if you've tried some of the hotter Takis and you're like, fuck me, they're nice, they're too hot, give them a go. For those who are not too keen on the spice and you like it nice and cheesy, they're better than cheese Doritos, aren't they? You think? What would you give them out of 10, Tyler?
6.
6? Why 6? What's disappointing you, because 6 is not the best mark, is it?
Just don't like that much cheese.
Ah. True, Tyler likes cheese, but he don't love it. And they are quite cheesy, to be fair. It's like sucking on Gandhi's big toe, innit? I get where it's coming from. Me, on the other hand, I love cheese. So the reason he's giving it a 6 is the reason I'm going to give it an 8, because I love cheese. So it's, you know, people, you know, somebody's bad point is another person's good point. Right? Yeah, I'm going to go 8 out of 10 for them. Great beer snack as well. As far as beer snacks go,
I'd say Blue Heat Wave's the hottest.
I'm going to have to try the other ones. I actually think these are banging, guys. It's just the reason I'm not going no higher than an 8 is because I tried the Fuego ones and I think they were better. And they've also got other flavours. And I've just got a feeling I'm going to prefer some of the other flavours that are perhaps a little bit more spicy. Oh well. Thank you for watching, people. Smash that like button if you made it this far. You're a legend as well. And consider subscribing. And thank you, guys. We've just hit 3,000 subscribers. That's amazing. So thank you very much, guys. And to the next one. Bye-bye, darlings.
Bye-bye, darlings.
Wake up.
Yeah, me.